vlog is live now. The revolution will be streamed live from Renegade Wi-Fi. Test 1, 2. Perfect. Hello everyone, I am your host, I Don't Even Muse. Welcome back to NACS Racing. Tonight, for race 12 of Season 1 of NACS, we're here at the Hungaroring in the beautiful city of Budapest. Here for Hungary. It's another sprint weekend, our third of 6 sprint weekends this season. Marks the halfway point of the season. So it's going to be a one-shot qualifying, followed by a 12-lap sprint and a 35-lap race. Before we get into that, looks like we got about 10 or so guys here tonight. We got both Alpha Tauris of Beaver and Abrupt. We got Vodka and Grey Ace rocking Aston Martins. Smoke, aka Black Stappen, is by himself in the Red Bull tonight. Pete's not here. Drooply and Sling, both in the Alfa Romeo. Sparky and Jelly in the McLarens. And Slavage is here by himself in the Alpine. His teammate Benzo was also supposed to be here tonight, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he's going to be home in time to make the race, unfortunately. We will get things underway here now shortly. Like I said, it's going to be a one-shot qualifying. So, guys, we're only going to have one chance to set hot lap, and that's going to set the grid for the sprint race. But as it's, since it's sprint weekend, there's even more opportunities for people to get points than they would normally get. So this could be this could be rough for the Red Bull guys, as they're the only ones currently in second and third behind Vodka Victory, who is leading our championship now by a comfortable about 60-70 points or so, I believe. So, yeah, he had a couple of races on people. Vodka got a good little safety net for himself right now for the rest of the season. He can get away with having one bad race weekend and he won't lose his lead. But he is the favorite going into this. But of course, we got some more fast guys here. We got both the McLarens who showed amazing pace at Miami last week, I gotta say. Both the Alfa Romeos in practice sessions also looking pretty solid here at Hungary. And of course, Abrupt in the Alpha Tauri, he's had a rough couple weekends, but Hungary is a track he's usually been, in the past, has been pretty strong on. So I imagine we'll see him have another good performance here. We'll be in with the one-shot qualifying here in a second. Guys just quickly loading up a setup, and then they're going. And there won't be any break between the one-shot quali and the sprint. After this, will just be right into the sprint. And the break will be, the 5-minute break will be after the sprint race. But yeah, so Vodka Victory, like I said, is leading our Drivers' Championship at the moment over Pete the Newfie, who's not here tonight, and Smoke. So this is a great opportunity for Smoke to potentially either catch up to or even surpass his teammate in points. And same thing for Drooply, who has been down recently behind his teammate. This is a great opportunity for a chance for him to snipe him. But also for the McLaren duo to move up ahead in the Constructors. They're trying to gain the top 3 teams, trying to catch up to the top 3 teams of the Constructors going into the second half of the season. Because in the Constructors, like I said, Aston Martin is ahead of Red Bull and Alfa Romeo, but they're not ahead of Red Bull by too much, only about 40 points or so, which honestly isn't a lot as far as Constructors is concerned. But here we go, in with the one-shot qualifying here. Holding currently in the middle. Let me quickly get my data on screen here. And we'll see Smoke coming out ahead out of the first corner. Knowing that it does that little fade and swap here. Here at Abrupt. Going around these first couple corners. Looking pretty solid. Around the same pace as Great Ace and Smoke. Drooply currently fastest coming out of the first sector, it looks like. Coming up to the second sector here now shortly. We'll see. Abrupt fast is coming out of the first sector, I think. I think that's what it's going to say. That's what it's telling me. Abrupt is fast coming out of second sector, followed by Droopy and Smoke, who are currently exchanging very fast here. Two of them. They're going back and forth between Droopy and Smoke. Abrupt here coming out. He's been pissed off. He's had a couple tracks that he hasn't liked at all. Look, FC Purple Sector 2 for Abrupt as well. Vodka Victory, though, has moved up ahead of... Oh, no, he's going back and forth there between Droopy and Smoke at the moment. Followed by the two McLarens and Slingshot. See here. Coming around final two corners for Abrupt. Can he put it on pole position here for the sprint race? Let's see. Coming around, and it looks like that's going to be a pole lap from Abrupt Pew Pew. Abrupt puts it on pole position for the sprint race. 117.5. As I was saying, haven't seen much of Abrupt these past couple of weeks. He's had a couple of rough races, but now he is at a track that he is super comfortable with. And this is what you can expect from him. Only a tenth, almost 2.5 tenths faster than Droopy, who's going to be on the front row with him, followed by Smoke and Slingshot, actually. Slingshot with an improvement up to 4th ahead of Vodka Victory and the two McLarens. So it looks like Slingshot also has some great pace here tonight as well. This could be a very promising race for Alfa Romeo. And then you have Sparky and Jelly, 5th and 7th. Vodka there in 6th, his teammate in 8th. And Slavage and Beaver going to be starting the sprint from the back. So that's going to set the grid for our sprint, 12-lap sprint. Some drivers are going to opt to go to softs, some are going to go to mediums. It'll be interesting to see who goes what. Interesting stuff, though. Abrupt putting it on pole for the sprint. But, you know, qualifying, hot lap pace, not that important here tonight because it being a sprint and everything. So it's going to be more about race pace tonight. That's where it's all really going to come down to. Is race pace and keeping it together out on track. We'll see how some guys handle that. Fuel can also be exceptionally hard to maintain at this track as well. Definitely one of the hardest tracks in the game for fuel, if you're not careful. But here, like I said, the drivers are just taking a moment to put their get their setups ready and their you know, not really a strategy for the sprint. So they just gotta load their setups again. They'll be right in with the sprint. Yeah, so maybe this could be Abrupt's chance to finally get himself a podium finish here in NACS Season 1. His teammate Beaver won his first race back at Vegas. So it's going to be interesting to see if Abrupt can finally have his really good finish in this season. As like I was saying, this is hands down definitely one of his best tracks for sure. But it just comes down to the luck of the draw sometimes. You know, if there's an unlucky safety car, it can really screw you over. Or it could work in his favor, you know. So it can really come down to that sometimes. Drivers come down here now. Let's see who went softs and who went mediums. Alright, so it's about almost a 50-50 split. 6 guys going for the mediums, 4 on the reds. Those 4 being the 2 Alfa Romeos of Droopy and Slingshot, Great Ace and Beaver. All these guys are opting to go for the faster tires, the softs, but Abrupt and Smoke and the McLarens and Vodka and Slavage all going for the mediums instead. Want that higher chance of consistency. The softs, last couple laps in the softs might be pretty bad. But I actually don't think there's too much of a time difference here between the softs and the mediums for the sprint. It's just whatever tire you can really, whatever tire you can manage easier, I guess. So Abrupt is going to be starting off the line on the mediums, like I said. So he is going to have some pressure from the Alfa Romeo of Droopy, who's going to be right alongside him. That's going to make things very challenging for him to try to get away from him. Turn my volume up a little bit here. There we go. So we can hear this a bit better. Drivers are coming around here now to their positions to park. But yeah, just a 12-lap sprint. Pretty straightforward. It's underway here now. Like I said, third sprint of the season. We got 3 more planned for NACS Season 1. I believe there's Zandvoort, Jeddah, and Qatar. I think are our 3 remaining sprints after this one. Here we go. All right. And it's lights out and away we go here. Sprint race at the Hungaroring in Budapest. You see, Abrupt under immense pressure from everyone. Druply taking off on the faster tires. Yeah, Abrupt got some McLaren pressure, Red Bull pressure to the right of him. Ooh, can he get through the turn 1 cleanly? Yes, he does, but Abrupt is still stuck behind Druply Bunyan. Slingshot still there with Smoke. Come through the corner. The Alfa Romeo runs a little wide. Oh, he gets caught up between all the cars. Oh, the Aston Martin there. Vodka Victory also starts losing a bit of traction there. Drops down to 7th. Slingshot drops down to 6th. Had a bit of a rough start there. Went a little wide. Had no choice but to concede positions. We also have Leave It to Beaver, who's moved himself up into 8th. Jelly's now all the way at the back in 10th. So, hold on here. All the cars still pretty bunched together. Still pretty close. There's a gap between Grace and the top 3, though. On board with Vodka Victory, current Drivers' Championship leader at the moment. Taking his time getting around, stuck between 2 guys on the softs at the moment. That's going to be a problem here at the start of the sprint. Meanwhile, Smoke is still holding 3rd position. Currently behind Abrupt. Druply is trying to get away on the softs. We'll see if he's able to do so. We'll see when those softs start to die out on him. Meanwhile, Great Ace is here using ERS to try to catch Smoke. He's not too far behind. Looking for an opportunity to go for something. Still not close enough. Meanwhile, Vodka Victory is getting really close to Slingshot. Still nothing there in either of those 2 straights there where usually there's DRS. DRS will be enabled for next lap, though. Hopping back up to Smoke. It's caught between here at the moment. Jelly has gotten up into 9th ahead of Slavage. As you can see, ooh. Smoke is keeping up with Abrupt. He will have DRS on Abrupt here now shortly. Coming up to lap number 3. Let's see what Smoke can do. This is going to be a great opportunity for him as well as for Jelly. It looks like Jelly also getting close to Beaver there. Might try to gain a position on him here as well. Fast lap exchanges here. Smoke, though, with 120.2. Like I said, he got pace. Oh, but Jelly takes a 119.7 as well. So Jelly actually the fastest person on track right now. DRS has now been enabled. Vodka Victory and Slingshot are going at it. Slingshot getting really close. Ooh, everything all good there. Yes, it is. They're all get through no problem. Vodka Victory moves up into 6th ahead of Sling. We also have Jelly here. Like I said, who's just right behind Beaver. Still hasn't been able to get by Beaver just yet. Everyone's still super bunched together. Not going to get anything here. Most likely going to have to wait till a little later here. Maybe at the end of the 2nd sector. Might see someone go for something. Perhaps Slavage is falling a bit behind. Again, to remind everyone about scoring in sprint races, you have to finish in the top 8 to get points from the sprint. So, right now Jelly does not want to be in these bottom 2 positions, but he's still stuck behind Beaver. Maybe he'll try to get by him here again in this next DRS. Oh no, he goes for it right here on him. You can see the 2 of them going side by side through there. And Jelly does it. He pulls ahead of Beaver and moves up to 8 here. But now that is going to give Beaver on the soft tires DRS on Jelly. So let's see if that helps him at all. Looks like it is. He's flying up. He's going to go for the move here into turn 1. No, he lets off, actually. He lets Jelly have it. He's going to have DRS here again. But Jelly is gone. It looks like Jelly just got too much pace for Beaver. But that's fine. Good stuff. Jelly moves up into 8th. Meanwhile, cutting back up here once again. Smoke and Great Ace still super close to each other. Druply pulling a little bit ahead. 1.3 second lead to Abrupt. However, it's really not that much. And again, you don't want to overextend. If you're Abrupt, you don't want to overextend because the sprint, the difference between second and first in the sprint is only a 1 point difference. So getting second or first in the sprint, the difference between that, very, very marginal. Doesn't really matter too much. So if you're Abrupt, you're really more worried about the cars behind right now than the car ahead. What we will see here now, if Smoke or Great Ace are able to do anything, pull anything on each other, especially Great Ace since he is on the faster tires. Softs haven't worn, shouldn't have worn yet on him. Still a bit early on them. Though he has used up a lot of ERS already. He uses a bit more. He's down to like about a quarter left in his tank of battery. He's going to have DRS here on Smoke once again. Still not going to be able to get anything from it. Druply now almost 0.2 seconds ahead from Abrupt. So Druply showing some amazing pace here tonight. Well, meanwhile, Vodka Victory's kind of gotten caught up between some shit right now. Smoke is on Abrupt's heels here. So we're going to hold on with Smoke for now. So like I said, he is on Abrupt's ass, but yeah, we almost got to be careful. But Vodka Victory is also kept up with Sparky. He's very close to Sparky. So he might try to fight him for 5th here soon as well. And Jelly is also starting to catch Slingshot. Once Slingshot softs are wearing, we might see Jelly go for a move on Slingshot as well. So let's hold on here now with Smoke. Is he going to do anything here in the DRS zone with Abrupt? He's so close to him. I think he is. I think he's going to go for it. Let's see. Let's see what Smoke does here. What? I guess he didn't. Okay, he's going to have DRS here again. I got confused there. Did Smoke accidentally turn his DRS off, or is that a spectator glitch? I'm so confused. He got DRS on Abrupt here again, but he's going to have to abandon it. It's very risky to go for a move on this corner. Very, very risky. Could end up screwing over yourself and the person you're trying to pass. As you can see, guys, we're halfway through the sprint here. It's very difficult to overtake on Hungary. I always call this track Monaco without the walls. Monaco without walls is basically what Hungary is. You can see though, very tight between the two Aston Martins and Sparky here in the middle with this overhead view. You can see that clearly. Abrupt isn't too far off Drupal though. Drupal got to be careful. If he makes one little error, Abrupt's going to be right on him. But yeah, very tight here between the two Aston Martins and Sparky. Jelly still in 8th, hasn't gotten past Slingshot just yet. But we're going to hold on here now. We'll see if Sparky ends up trying to go for anything on Great Ace. Hero Sparky, yes, he is going to use some ERS here. Sparky is going to use ERS. Vodka Victory, though, going for the move on Sparky up into the turn 1. They're going for turn 1 together. Vodka's going to use a bit of ERS, try to secure the position. We'll see, coming into this corner. Both of them going wheel to wheel. No one's holding back. But Vodka Victory pulls ahead of Sparky. Sparky is going to use a little bit more ERS here on him. But nope, there we go. Vodka Victory pulls ahead of Sparky. Sparky's going to have to try to snipe the position back from Vodka, I guess, when they get back to the next DRS zone. No, great stuff there from the two of them. Great wheel-to-wheel action there between Vodka Victory and Sparky. Very clean driving. That's what we love to see here at NACS. Meanwhile, oh, Jelly going for the crazy move, wheel-to-wheel with Slingshot. Crazy move there from Jelly, but he makes it work. He lands it, no problemo. Moves ahead of Slingshot up into 7th now. Holy smokes. Damn, and Abrupt is almost yeah, going to be now in DRS range of Druply. So we might see Abrupt actually fight for the sprint race win here with Druply. Especially once those softs are going to start to wear off here now soon. But yeah, wow. Yeah, wicked move from Jelly there. The fact, like, you don't see many people go for overtakes there at all. That was interesting. See someone actually go for a move there and make it work is very noble. You got to give him props for that. Slingshot keeping it clean. Vodka Victory now is in 5th, like I said, behind his teammate Great Ace, who is on the soft tires on the opposite tire. So he might start holding his teammate up. So that's the question. What are these two Aston Martins going to do? Meanwhile, Abrupt, though, is going at it with Druply into this corner here. Up at the end of the chicane. They're going wheel to wheel. Druply not really leaving Abrupt any room there, but... Oh, Druply's going to send it on him again. Hits into Abrupt. My goodness. They're still going at it down in this corner, though. Everything's fine, even though there was a little bit of a tap there from Druply. Druply has now fallen behind to 4th. Oh, and he gets sent it right off track. What is Druply doing? He hits into Abrupt. You know, guys, I call it as I see it. I don't know what was up with Druply there. Abrupt went for a move at him there, which in a pretty crazy spot. Like, you usually don't see people go for moves on each other there. Though we are seeing Great Ace putting the pressure on Smoke now. Up in turn 1. But not quite. Oh, Great Ace starts losing some rare. Loses the position to his teammate Vodka Victory there. I'm afraid. Vodka going to move up into 3rd. Great Ace now has to worry about Sparky behind him as well. Who's on the yellows. Who's going to put pressure on him here as well. But as I was saying, yeah, Abrupt went for the move there on Druply. Made it through cleanly. But Druply was still trying to fight Abrupt for the position. And he hit Abrupt. Almost could have caused Abrupt, could have ruined Abrupt's sprint race. But everything was fine, and they come to the corner, and Abrupt got through, no problem. And then Druply just sent himself off track. So, yeah, Druply definitely going to be kicking himself over that. Was in a position to potentially win the sprint. Now he's down in 8th behind his teammate. Not good at all. In my personal opinion, from a first glance at that, I mean, I don't think Druply has anyone else to blame himself, but there goes Sparky sending it on Great Ace. Oh, but he messes up there. He went for a move on Great Ace, but he messed up. And that's cost him several positions now. He's dropped down behind his teammate Jelly, and now Slingshot is right there on his ass as well. And Slingshot is going to have DRS on him again as well. Still has 60% ERS to burn. Still has some stuff to burn. But we can see Jelly and Great Ace going through the corner together. Up at turn 1. Ooh, Jelly starts losing his rear bit, though. It's going to cost him some time. That's going to let Great Ace get away, I think. But meanwhile, his teammate Sparky is also sending it down the DRS zone there. But they're keeping it clean, keeping it together. 5th and 6th for the McLarens at the moment. And Slavage has pulled into the pits. Slavage has pulled into the pits, and he has retired from the sprint race. I guess because he knew there was no chance. He knew there was no chance he was getting any points from the sprint, so he just decided to pull in and retire. Is Jelly seriously sending it on Great Ace here? Hits into Great Ace's rear tire. What was that? And there we go. Jelly goes off into the wall. Drops all the way down now to the back. I mean, I'm not sure if that was his own making or if someone nudged his rear tire, but come on, dude. You can't go for shit on... You can't go for moves on that. Like, so greedy. I don't know. In my opinion, that was pure greed. We have both Alfa Romeos here now. In my opinion, that was pure greed from Jelly. You can't just expect to go for moves on the chicane on people like that. Very rarely can anyone ever pull off a clean move there. Druply is going to try to use DRS down to get past his teammate Slingshot. Well, meanwhile, Abrupt is now going in the final 2 laps of the sprint. Abrupt is now in the lead of the sprint. There goes Druply. In turn 1 with Sling. Meanwhile, Beaver is there on Slingshot as well. As we can see, he's going to let off, though, into that corner. Right now, Jelly is the only person who's not in a points finishing position in the McLaren. But all these guys at the softs have fallen behind. The guys at the front are all in the mediums mostly, except for grade A's. But yeah, incident there with Jelly. Almost, you know, could have ruined grade Ace's sprint there. Hit into the back of grade Ace's rear tire. But then he got sent spinning around there, and honestly, I just think you don't go for moves there, dude. You just don't go for moves there. Like, so impatient. People get really impatient on tracks like this. Like I said, Monaco without walls. You have to be patient at Hungary. It's very difficult to get past people on this track. And that's what happens when people get impatient. But as we see now, going into the final lap of the sprint race, Smoke is fighting Abrupt and Vodka Victory for the lead of the sprint. Steldy gets nothing off of the first DRS zone. Neither does Vodka. Come up to the second one. Smoke's going to try to use a bit of ERS, but to no avail. Still not. Oh, but Abrupt runs wide! Abrupt runs wide. So now Smoke takes the lead of the sprint on this final lap. Both DRS zones are done. Smoke now just has to finish this final lap ahead of these two, and he'll win the sprint. Jelly manages to get ahead of Beaver, though. Oh, two of them are going at it, though, at the back here. But Jelly gets ahead of Beaver, takes the final points position back from him. Sparky close to grade A's again, doesn't send on him on the chicane like his teammate did, though. Oh, we can see Jelly gets past Slingshot there. Coming to the straightaway before the chicane. Moves up into 7th. Here up in front for the sprint race win, coming into the final sector here. Abrupt looking for something on Smoke, but looks like it's to no avail here. But like I said, unfortunately, Abrupt ran wide. Yeah, there we go. Final straightaway. And Smoke in the Red Bull wins the sprint. Smoke will be starting the full race here at Hungary from pole position, with Abrupt starting alongside him on the front row. Amazing drive there from Smoke and Abrupt. Unfortunately, Abrupt just made a mistake there. Went a bit wide on that turn. That cost him the win from the sprint. But again, it's only a 1-point mistake. It's not a huge mistake for him. He still has the whole full race ahead to score even bigger points anyway. So, but yeah, so that's going to be Smoke and Abrupt starting on the front row. Good stuff to Smoke for a pole position. Smoke and Abrupt, and then you have both Aston Martins of Vodka Victory and Great Ace starting on the second row. 3rd and 4th, Sparky and Drupally, 5th and 6th. Jelly and Slingshot starting 7th and 8th. Jelly managed to recover a couple positions there near the end. Got good pace, but his good pace is causing him to be very impatient. Still a bit shocked at that move, honestly, at the chicane. 7th and 8th there, Jelly and Slingshot. And then unfortunately, like I said, Beaver just got sniped out of the points at the end there, so he and Slavage are going to start the full race from the back. But regardless, looks like people are very close to each other in terms of pace. No one really got too far ahead of anyone in that sprint race, so it'll be very exciting to see in the full race. But anyways, guys, this is when the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission to prepare themselves for the full race. For the full 35-lap race here at Hungary. So I will see you guys back here in 5 minutes time for the full race at Hungary. Alrighty, folks, and we're back after that quick little intermission there. See what everyone's on. Ooh, looks like the majority have opted to start on the soft. You see at least half the grid are starting on the soft tires, including Smoke, who's going to be starting from pole position. So I guess he's doing that to hopefully defend his position and pull away from the rest. So you got him, Great Ace, Sparky, Slingshot, and Beaver, who are all starting on the soft tires. Like I said, then you have three of the guys, Abrupt, Droop, and Slavage, are starting on the mediums, and you have Vodka and Jelly, who are going on the hards. Now, as we've seen some years prior in real life, like in Hungary here last year in 2022, the hard tires did not work out for some people at all, so I guess we shall see how good the hard tires really are here for... We'll see how it affects Vodka and Jelly's race. So I imagine we'll actually see a few people go for two-stop strategies here tonight. I would imagine. But again, we shall see. But regardless, Smoke is going to be in a good position here. He's, you know, other than Great Ace and Sparky, who are in 4th and 5th, I mean, he's the only one near the front on the soft, so this is a good chance for him to pull away, at least for the first couple of laps anyway. Once the softs get worn, though, he'll probably start being caught by some of the other guys. But we shall see how it all goes. Let me check my, check right here, right quick before we get going. Oh, everything's all good. Everything's all good. Alrighty. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And so let's say when we go here at the Hungarian Grand Prix, the Hungaroring. Here we go. Smoke is trying to take off and defend his position, but it looks like he got someone called Abrupt Pew Pew, who's also trying to have a go at the position. But Vodka Victory pulling up alongside, moves up in. Oh, but Vodka Victory drops down there. Sparky actually was ahead in the third. Abrupt and Smoke fighting each other down through the second DRS zone. With Vodka and Great Ace, the two Aston Martins once again not too far behind. Smoke is trying to hold his lead from Abrupt. Does he have the pace to do so? We see a lot of cars going at it back here. Slingshot pulls ahead of them. In 6th, see Drooply now, Drooply Bunyan is now all the way at the back behind everybody. Everyone else here, though, super close together. Still really tight between some of these guys. Sparky here now, behind the two Aston Martins. So even though Smoke is on the softs, he's still not really pulling too much time to the cars behind. So he might have some trouble here, holding the lead here, especially from Abrupt. Abrupt is coming in fast and furious on him. You can tell Abrupt really wants this. This isn't the first time we've seen these two guys go wheel to wheel. You know, we saw Bahrain, the sprint in Bahrain. These guys were not budging an inch, so they're gonna fight for that win here every step of the way. Course. Oh, unfortunately, Drooply has already been forced to pit. Drooply Bunyan pulling into the pits already off the first lap alone. That's not good for the Alfa Romeo team at all. What's he going to come out on? Because he started on the mediums. And he's coming out in the softs instead. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, something must have happened to Drooply there. Must have got some wing damage of some sort. Not sure. I didn't quite see what happened there with him. But we do have Great Ace, who is hot behind his teammate at the moment. Still can't quite get past him just yet, even though he is on the faster tires. But we're holding on with Great Ace for now. Oh, but Great Ace runs a little wide there. He runs a little wide. So now he's going to be under pressure from Sparky in the corner. Goes wide again. I mean, still trying to hold the position over Sparky. I mean, when you go wide, dude, off track, usually, you know, you don't fight the car that's coming right up behind you. Just saying. Usually, you might let the cars behind you, you know, through. But I guess not Grace ain't that kind of dude. Let's see, Abrupt. Pew Pew currently fast lap of the race at the moment. DRS has now been enabled. Jelly is going to try sending it on Slingshot, but not yet. Not quite yet. He's not at that point just yet. So we'll see. Slavich has moved himself up into 8th because of everything that's happened. Jelly's on the hards. Everyone ahead of him is on the softs. So he's going to have to bide his time and wait, it looks like. Hopefully he has more patience than he did in the sprint race. That definitely cost him a lot. No, Jelly's still stuck behind Sling. And now Slavage is actually quickly gaining on Jelly. Slavage right there. Smoke still holding lead of the race, but not by much at all. Once those softs die off, Abrupt and Vodka are going to be right on him. It would appear. Slavage holding off there, not going for anything on Jelly right now. There's a bit of a gap between Great Ace and the top 3. Let's see here, Jelly getting close to Slingshot, but still not going for anything yet. This is kind of like the little cat and mouse game that happens here in Hungary. A lot of guys, it's there, like I said, it's very hard to overtake here cleanly, so a lot of guys have to bide their time and wait for that moment. Drupally now takes fast lap at 120.7 on those fresh soft tires. Sparky not sending it on Great Ace there in the chicane, fortunately. He's going to hold on and wait still. He still has been holding 5th position, stuck behind Great Ace at the moment. It's hurting him a bit because he can't chase down the cars ahead. So we'll see here now. He is burning some ERS to try to get past Great Ace. Is he going to go for a move here down into this corner? No, he's not. He's still a bit too far back to do so, as we can see. Coming up to the DRS zones here once again. Sparky's going to have DRS on Great Ace. Looks like he's going to send it on him. Ooh, goes for the switchback. Good stuff from Sparky. Moves ahead of Great Ace. Manages to get ahead of him. Jelly also gains a position on Slingshot. It looks like. Sling is looking to send it back on him, though. Isn't quite able to do so, though. Slavage and Beaver not too far behind either, though. Just waiting for other people to make mistakes. Just being super patient. Which is what you gotta do with this track. Abrupt still within that second range of Smoke. Smoke just can't seem to get away from Abrupt and Vodka here, it looks like. Meanwhile, we have Beaver here, who is still behind Slavage. Still stuck behind Slavage. Again, couldn't really go for anything on him there on the chicane. He's just going to try to keep up with him right now. Meanwhile, Jelly is in 6th at the moment, just behind Great Ace. Everyone will see. Oh! Going wheel there. Oh, bumps into Great Ace there, coming around the final corner. Jelly gets DRS. He's going to pull ahead of Great Ace. But he definitely made contact there with the Aston Martin driver, that's for sure. Definitely bumped him a little bit coming around that final corner. Runs a bit over the curb, though. Great Ace is going to send it on him down in this corner. But unfortunately, ooh, Slingshot's getting involved as well. Right there. But no, Great Ace has to back off. Jelly gets ahead of him, even though there was a little bit of a bump there. But Jelly did get ahead of him. Moves up to 5th. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. The AlphaTauri of Beaver has gone off there. So that's going to make him fall behind now. Going to lose time to Slavage, who's still keeping up with Slingshot right now. So now Beaver has severely fallen behind the rest of the guys, just like Droopley did. But meanwhile, back up at the front, Abrupt and Vodka now. Like I said, those softs are going to start to wear off for Smoke, and Abrupt and Vodka are going to start catching them, as we're seeing. Abrupt still with full ERS, Vodka still with a good chunk of ERS. Smoke does too, but question is, how long is Smoke going to take these soft tires? Vodka Victory picks up the first time penalty of the race, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that could cost him a win here tonight, depending on how things go. Time penalties can cost people some serious positions, especially if no one else has them. If he's the only one who ends up getting a time penalty. But we shall see. We shall see. Vodka runs a little bit wide there again. Sparky on the softs, almost in his DRS range, in fact. Funny enough. Here we go. Vodka's going to have DRS on Abrupt. Is he going to go for anything here on the straightaway? Let's see. Oh, he's looking for something. Oh, he's riding the curb. It's Abrupt's rear right. Fortunately, everything's fine. Got a little frisky there, Vodka. Oh, Slingshot and Great Ace swapping positions as well. Great Ace falls behind to 7th. Slingshot's up into 6th. Leave It to Beaver falls all the Leave It to Beaver is forced to pit already. So he's going to drop down to the back now. As Beaver goes into the pits. Like I said, Vodka's still stuck behind Abrupt right now. Top 3 guys still super close. Sparky's almost in that range to where he'll join the DRS train. You'll see Beaver's coming out on mediums now. After that pit stop. Here we go. Vodka's going to have DRS here once again on Abrupt. Is he going to try to go for anything else? Oh. No, he doesn't. Not in that DRS zone anyway. Let's see. Going into the next one. Gets close, very close to Abrupt, but no, still unable to go for any moves there. This entire track is one big blue ball, honestly. If I'm being frank. Hey, we're 9 laps in at the moment. Everyone's still pretty tightly knit here at the moment. We'll see when the guys on the softs decide to do their pit stops. It's going to be very interesting to see the different laps that these guys on the softs decide to pit on. These top 3 are just all running so close together right now. They're trying to get something on each other, but they can't. Like, let me just see the pace here at the moment. Yeah, look how close it is. Wow. Look how close the pace difference is between the top 3 right now. As Vodka Victory is going for something on Abrupt. Down to the corner. Yes, he is. He's turning as much as he can. Still unable to get anything off there, though. from what we can see. Nope, still not able to get ahead of Abrupt there. Even though he got very close. Very, very close. Vodka is going to use some ERS here. Is he seriously going to try for someone's chicane? No, he's not. Not quite. My goodness. But yeah, as you saw, the fastest lap times there, the pace is very similar between these top three right now. They're all within a tenth of each other in terms of pace, so even though they're all in different tire compounds, they're not able to quite catch each other right now or pull ahead from the other guys behind. Oh, Vodka again trying here on Abrupt once more. Still unable to pull it off though. He's going to be really close here now, and he's going to have DRS once again. Going to use a bit of ERS too. He really wants to get past Abrupt, you can tell now. And there goes Slingshot into the pits. Slingshot in the Alfa Romeo has now decided to pit as Vodka Victory and Abrupt going wheel to wheel here through the first corner. Vodka using a ton of ERS to gain this position on Abrupt. A shit ton of ERS as Abrupt is looking to go wheel to wheel with him once again. Oh, the Abrupt runs a little wide on the curve there. Like I said, he has lost the position to Vodka, but now the McLarens aren't too far behind either. As you can see, both Sparky and Jelly have caught up to the rest of the guys now because of the battling that just ensued. And like I said, Slingshot has now pitted. He's come out on another set of soft tires back behind his teammate. So we'll see when some of these other guys pit for softs. Like I said, Sparky and Smoke and Great Ace all on 10-lap-old softs at the moment, so they still have yet to do a pit stop. So we'll see when they decide to do so. Oh, and it looks like there goes Sparky in the pits there now, as a matter of fact. Yes, there goes Sparky. Sparky into the pits. Smoke, looks like Smoke and Great Ace are still going to stay out, though. Sparky and Slavage. Slavage is going to pit as well off the mediums. Interesting. Sparky is going to come out on fresh softs. And Slavage is going to come out on softs as well. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Jelly's still keeping up with the top guys. Abrupt. Now he's the one stuck behind Vodka. As Vodka had to use a ton of ERS to get past Abrupt, as you can see here now, down to 27%, whereas Abrupt still has 60%. So top four guys all still super close right now. Everyone else is falling off a little bit. Oh no, but Smoke! Smoke in the Red Bull messes up there, coming out of that corner, drops all the way down to 4th, and there comes Great Ace. So he drops down to 4th ahead of Great Ace. But Great Ace has a ton more momentum coming into the corner than him. So looks like Great Ace is going to get past him as well. Great Ace moves up into 4th. Though so him and Great Ace still have to do their pit stop. That's what I'm saying. I imagine that was because of how worn Smoke softs are. These 11-lap-old softs. So is he going to pit? Yes, he is. Smoke is going to make the call. He's going to go for the pits now. I guess he recognizes that his tires... Smoke recognizes that his tires, from that mistake, that his tires are pretty worn, that he needs to get the hell off them, so Smoke goes into the pits. Unfortunate for Smoke, because he was leading the race all the way up till this point, but that mistake that he just made there now has cost him dearly, as it looks like he's going to come out of the pits in 8th. He's going to be right ahead of Slavage, it looks like. And yes, he is. Smoke comes out of the pit lane right ahead of Slavage. So he's back in 8th from having to pit and from that mistake. That mistake cost Smoke dearly. But, you know, it's a long race. Still got a lot of laps to go. And a lot of time to make up those positions. But now this puts Jelly up in the 3rd on the hards. Him and Vodka still on the hards. With Abrupt on the mediums. Whew. And Great Ace and Druply are currently still out on 12 lap old and 11 lap old softs. See if either of them decide to pit here, or if they're going to take them a bit longer. Here we go, though. Jelly now has DRS on Abrupt. Great Ace is still staying out, of course. Classic Great Ace loves taking his tires for an obscenely amount of time. Oh, Jelly actually getting a little bit of a... losing a little bit of control there for a second. But Sparky posts a new fast lap of the race on the softs at 119.9. For now, that's going to be fastest lap for now. Slavage is on soft, so he is keeping up with Smoke at the back at the moment. Oh, we can see both Alfa Romeos changing positions. Slingshot pulls ahead of Druply. Up in the 6th. And, ooh, looks like Smoke and Slavage are also going at it here as well in the DRS zones. As you can see, Smoke's still holding the position at the moment, ahead of the Alpine driver. I don't know what Slavage is doing there. Look like he was trying to send it on Smoke there. Oh, but Smoke runs a bit wide there. That's going to cost him. Slavage is now going to be caught right up to him once again. Slavage has almost burned off all his ERS, though, as you can probably tell. Slavage is using all that he can to try to keep up with Smoke at the moment. Currently back in 9th. No, still unable to catch up to Smoke. Jelly coming through both DRS zones, still behind Abrupt right now. But there goes Druply Bunyan into the pit lane. 20 laps remaining. Is he going to go for 20 laps on the mediums? Is that what Druply's going to go? 20 on the mediums to finish the race? Or is he going to go for more softs? Oh, there we go. Druply's going to go on the mediums to try to finish the race, I'm guessing. Okay. Interesting. Vodka Victory does hold lead of the race at the moment. However, he has a 3-second time penalty. 20 laps remaining. So right now, Abrupt is currently sitting in the position for the race win. Sparky getting really close to Great Ace here. 30% ERS remaining. He's going to burn a little bit here now. Yep, he's going to send it on Great Ace. And Great Ace, to me, it looks like Great Ace is just going to let Sparky go. Which makes sense, because, I mean, Great Ace is on these 14-lap old softs. Great Ace should definitely just pit here. I mean, you're literally having to give up a position. You're losing time. Yeah, there he goes. There goes Great Ace into the pits. Makes the right call. Gets the hell off those softs now. We'll see what Great Ace decides to come out on. Meanwhile, the three guys at the front have still not pit. They're still out on the hards and the mediums. So we'll see what they're deciding to do, if they're doing a one-stop or whatever. Jelly is right behind Abrupt now. And yes, Great Ace is coming out on the mediums to finish the race. Abrupt runs a little wide once again. I'm surprised he doesn't... I'm honestly surprised Abrupt doesn't have a time penalty yet as well. We'll see if he eventually gets that. But yeah, at the moment, Great Ace is out on the mediums, so he is going to try to finish the race on these, I guess. Whereas you can see, Abrupt is starting to lose some time to Vodka now. His medium tires must be starting to die off. But he is still staying out on them. Jelly is going to have DRS on Abrupt Pew Pew once again here. See if he's able to get anything from it. No, not off the first DRS zone, but he's going to have DRS on Abrupt once again. Coming up here. But he lets off. Like I said, very difficult to overtake there, though. Even though you have DRS, it's still very difficult to overtake there on that corner. In these particular cars. And there we go. Abrupt finally gets it. I was going to say, that was definitely his third time. I was going to say, that was definitely Abrupt's third time running wide on that exact same corner. So there we go. Abrupt Pew Pew also gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and definitely deserved. I think we... In fact, I think we caught every single time he ran wide there, so... Yeah, that was definitely 3 times. Abrupt definitely ran wide on that exact same corner like 3 times. So... Now Vodka and Abrupt both have 3-second time penalties, so now this is going to put Jelly in the best position to win the race at the moment. Though the thing is, Jelly hasn't done his pit stop yet, which, I mean, none of the guys ahead of him have either, but we'll see. We'll see how this all pans out after the pit stops, I guess. That's what we're really waiting for here now. We'll see. We'll see how long they decide to stay out. It's the biggest question mark at the moment. Slavage currently in 7th. Still trying to keep up with Smoke. And Abrupt's not even in Vodka's DRS range right now, still outside of it, so... Yeah, it looks like Abrupt might want to pit soon to get off these mediums, but the problem is, if Abrupt's going for a one-stop, he needs to go at least like 20 laps on these mediums in order to be able to do the one-stop, if that is what he's doing. Well, meanwhile, Slavage, like I said, is in 7th, just behind Smoke. Both trying to catch up to Slingshot ahead. So I'm saying, this is what happens in Hungary, you know? Once the race is about halfway done, people start getting a little spread out. But our front runners are still super tight. So that's lots of action to watch here. If we hop back up here now, Jelly using ERS once again. Looks like he is going to try to send it on Abrupt here into turn 1. There goes Jelly into the corner. And there we go. He takes 2nd position from Abrupt. Went for fair and square there. On that particular instance. Fair and square from Jelly. Moves up into 2nd ahead of Abrupt. Like I said, Abrupt's on 18 lap old mediums. Like, in my opinion, Abrupt is definitely going to have to pit soon to get off these. Because these mediums must be so shit right now. So we'll see. Sparky now is also starting to catch up to Abrupt. Though he is on 16% ERS, Abrupt has 33 at the moment. Blue Jelly is now going to have a chance to try to get in the DRS range of Vodka and take the race lead away from him, even though they're all going to be pitting soon, I would imagine. I would imagine they're not going to take their tires too much longer. But we'll see. We'll see what Abrupt is. Abrupt going to stay out for one more lap on these mediums, or is he going to pit now? Let's see. Let's see. No, Abrupt is going to stay out for one more lap on the mediums. Okay, this definitely proves to me that Abrupt is trying to go for a one-stop strategy here. He's trying to take the mediums 20 laps and then pit for the softs, is what it looks like. Sparky is now going to have DRS on him here as well. They're both going to go into the corner together. Wheel to wheel. Looks like Abrupt's going to have to give up another position to another McLaren. And yes, he is. Sparky pulls ahead of Abrupt up into 3rd. Good stuff to him. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely going to be Abrupt's final lap on the mediums for sure. Abrupt has to be doing the one-stop strategy then. 20 laps on the mediums, 15 on the one set of softs. I think that's what we're seeing right now. So I imagine we'll see Abrupt. We'll definitely see Abrupt pit here. I'm not sure if we'll see Vodka or Jelly, though. They might stay out for another couple laps in the hards. Sparky now 8-lap old softs, but he's right behind his teammate. See if we can see Abrupt. Oh, Sparky sliding a little bit there, but he's okay. Still in DRS of his teammate. And no, Abrupt Pew Pew is staying on for another lap on these mediums. What is he doing? I guess he's really not confident in going 15 laps on the softs. I mean, good call, honestly. I imagine 15 laps on the softs is not fun at all. So, yeah, I guess Abrupt is going to stay out for another lap. I guess he does not want to take the softs 15 laps. So he's going to stay out convincingly in 4th. No one's still even remotely close to him who's behind. But again, everybody in the top 4 here still has to pit again. Technically Slingshot as well. 10 lap old softs. Jelly's still stuck behind Vodka. Vodka's still holding the race lead. Both of them are on 20 lap old hards at the moment. Ooh, and Sparky runs a little wide there over the curb. That was probably a warning for him there, I would imagine. Sparky's getting awfully close to his teammate. Awfully close. Great Ace has also now finally started to catch up to Slavage. Slavage's softs are starting to die off. Oh, and there they go. Both Vodka Victory and Jelly are pulling into the pits here now. So that is going to give Sparky the lead of the race for the time being with Abrupt. Abrupt still staying out again for some reason. Abrupt still staying out in the mediums. He really must not be confident on those softs. Then he must really not want to have to go more than a certain amount of laps on those softs. But Vodka Victory is actually going to come out on mediums to finish the race, not softs. Vodka is going to avoid the softs completely. Well, meanwhile, Jelly is going to come out on softs to finish. And yeah, we'll see here all these cars coming out of the pits here now. Oh, oh no, and there goes Alpina Slavage off track. I think him and Great Ace might have made contact there. I think Great Ace was coming out of the pits and or something. No, never mind. No, neither of them were coming out of the pits. No, so what the hell happened there? I think Great Ace and Slavage might have made a bit of contact there. That or Slavage just happened to lose control of his car coming out of that corner. That's also a possibility. I didn't quite get a good look there. I couldn't tell if Slavage lost control of his car or if... Nope. Look, boom. Sliding again. Okay, maybe Slavage did in fact lose control of his car. He's going to let Beaver go. Yeah. On 10 lap old softs. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Slavage did indeed lose control of his car there. Maybe Great Ace didn't hit him. I'm not sure. Not sure what happened there. But there we go. Abrupt is now finally pitting to get off the mediums. And Vodka Victory is right behind Slingshot. Like I said, he does have a time penalty. But there goes Slingshot into the pits for his second pit stop of the race. And there we go. Smoke also doing another pit stop, it looks like. So we'll see Abrupt's coming out in softs to finish the race. Just trying to see here now. Abrupt's coming out in softs to finish. Smoke is also coming out in softs to finish, but Slingshot is coming out on mediums for the end of the race. With 12 full laps to go. Sparky is currently holding the lead of the race. However, Sparky is on 11 lap old soft, so we're going to see Sparky pit here once again very shortly for mediums to finish the race on, I think. I think so. And there goes Slavage into the pits. We'll see what he decides to do. Yep, he's coming out in softs to finish the race. Because again, as long as he finishes the race, he'll still finish in the points and get his first points here at NACS. But here is Jelly, who's now currently out on fresh softs in 4th, just behind Great Ace, who's on 7 lap old mediums. Great Ace is going to take those mediums to the end. However, like I said, Jelly is flying behind him. Jelly's going to try to fly by him here in the DRS zone, no problem. But Sparky is staying out for another lap on those softs. He's still not doing his second pit stop yet. So we'll see if he decides to do that. Vodka Victories takes fastest lap away from Sparky with a 119.6 on the mediums. There goes Blue Jelly. Past Great Ace in the DRS zone. Abrupt is also out on fresh soft, so he'll be the next person trying to catch Great Ace here. Great Ace almost completely out of ERS as well. Meanwhile, Smoke is back in 8th, currently behind his rival Slingshot. But Great Ace is trying to use every little bit of ERS he can to keep up with Jelly. And like I said, Sparky does have the race lead. However, Sparky will definitely be pitting here soon to get off these softs for the last 10 laps or so of the race. Meanwhile, Smoke is also right on Slingshot now. We're just talking about that. These two rivals going at it. Smoke is on the faster tires. He's actually going to send it here on Sling. It looks like up to the chicane. Nope, he lets off. Okay. He lets off. He lets Sling go. And there goes Sparky into the pits. Sparky goes into the pits. That's going to put Vodka Victory in the race lead. Sparky is going to come out on fresh mediums for the final 10 laps of the race to finish the race. Jelly sets a new fast lap of the race at 119.1. He's going to be currently trying to fight Vodka Victory for the race win here, surprisingly. Like I said, Jelly had a rough start in NACS, was making tons of mistakes, but now it looks like he's finally starting to get control. And, you know, I mean, if Jelly can just stay within 3 seconds, as we see Smoke send it on Slingshot here, coming up to the first corner. There we go. Looks like Smoke is going to... Great camera angles, EA. Amazing job. Smoke pulls ahead of Slingshot, moves up into 7th on the softs. The next person ahead to catch is Drooply for him. Meanwhile, Sparky has now come out of the pits in 4th, right behind Great Ace and Abrupt, actually. Both Sparky and Abrupt now are right behind Great Ace. They both need to get past Great Ace here, as they're both on way fresher tires. We'll see. Vodka Victory still holding the 4.5 second gap. Oh, Abrupt. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. All three of these guys super tight here now, coming up to the DRS zone. Let's see here now. They decide to do. Sparky is using ERS. He's sending on Great Ace here up the straightaway. There he goes, coming into the first corner. Sparky pulls ahead of Great Ace, moves up into 3rd. Abrupt is also now on Great Ace's tail. Trying to send it on him in the second DRS zone. Moves in on him. Oh, Abrupt goes a little bit over that curb there. That might have been another warning for him. You gotta be careful. But there we go. Abrupt moves up into 4th ahead of Great Ace. Both of them managed to get past Great Ace successfully. As him and Drooply are out on older mediums. And he's also burned up almost all of his ERS battery power. Oh, gets a little loose on the curb there too. That's going to cost him some time as well to those cars ahead. Smoke now 6.5 seconds behind Drooply. He's trying to catch him, take that position before the end of the race. As like I said, that mistake earlier really hurt Smoke a lot. But unfortunately for Jelly, it looks like Jelly has actually lost time to Vodka Victory here now. Even though Jelly set a new fastest lap of the race, he's actually now 5.5 seconds behind Vodka Victory, and he needs to be within 3 seconds of Vodka in order to take the win here from him and get his first win in NACS. Oh, but there goes Drooply. Drooply's forced to pit again. Drooply is forced to do another pit stop for the end of the race. So that's going to put Drooply out in 9th, actually. We'll see. See him in the back with Slavage now. But no, neither Sparky or Jelly able to catch Vodka here. They're actually losing time to Vodka Victory, who's on the mediums. I'm afraid, yep, there we go. Drooply comes out into 9th place. Abrupt is trying to keep up with Sparky, but he has a time penalty, so that's going to cost him here at the end. That is going to cost Abrupt the podium. Unfortunately, it looks like that time penalty might cost Abrupt his first time penalty here in NAC, his first podium in NACS. I know Vodka is managing that gap to Jelly. That is the key right now for the Aston Martin driver, is to manage that gap to the two McLarens behind. Like I said, once Jelly's softs wear off, it's going to be over, I think. Even with the 3 second time penalty, Vodka Victory still in a great position. to win this race as long as he doesn't pick up another 3-second time penalty. At this point, the only way this could go south for Vodka victory is if he ended up picking up another 3-second time penalty. Like I said, 8 laps remaining in the race. See here now, Smoke is in 6th now because Drupally pit. However, he's still 13 seconds behind Great Ace, so he still has a ways to go if he wants to gain finish in the top 5, should say. And meanwhile, Slingshot is trying to keep up with Smoke, so we could see them scrapping once again. Drupally is out on fresh softs to finish the race. So he's going to try to take 8th place from Beaver. I'm guessing he's going to try to catch up to him, especially since, look, Beaver... Yeah, of course. Beaver's out on 20-lap-old mediums right now. Beaver's on 20-lap-old mediums, so... If Drupally wants... I mean, Drupally should have no trouble taking 8th position from Beaver. But it looks like that's the most that he's going to be able to get from this race. I'm afraid. Going into lap 29 here. No one in DRS range of anyone right now. Sparky's not even in... Sparky almost in DRS range of his teammate, I should say, though. Sparky now almost in DRS range. Slingshot's burning ERS to try to catch up to Smoke. Sparky is almost in DRS range of his teammate. And I imagine... we might see the 2 teammates go at it here. Once Jelly's softs start to wear, we might see Sparky... Jelly might end up having to let his teammate go to try and let Sparky potentially get within 3 seconds of Vodka. That might be the McLaren team's only hope to take the win away from Vodka, because this entire time Jelly has been losing time to his teammate and to Vodka. So, I mean, it only makes sense to give Sparky the shot at catching Vodka before the end of the race, going into these final 5 laps here. Meanwhile, Drupally is right on Beaver now. Like I said, Beaver is on super old tires, 21-lap-old mediums. As it looks like coming up the straightaway, yeah, looks like Jelly is going to let his teammate by. Sparky gets past Jelly. I imagine that was a tactical decision. Slingshot waiting for the DRS so he can get past Beaver here now as well. Beaver is staying out on these mediums. Beaver is staying out on these 21-lap-old mediums to finish the race, but Drupally is going to fly by him here, no problem. Oh, bumps his left rear. What was that, Drupally? Drupally bumps his left rear on a straightaway, dude. What are you doing? Why would you bump someone's tire on a straightaway? It's beyond me, but... yeah, no. They're okay, though. Fortunately, it didn't hurt Beaver, but... damn, yeah. Bumps his tire. Crazy. Slingshot is now back within DRS range of Smokes. That's good for him. Here we go. Slingshot is, like I said, still keeping up with Smoke. So there's a chance that Sling could steal this position away from Smoke if Smoke's softs die off too hard. But unfortunately for the McLaren drivers, it doesn't look... yes, Jelly is losing time to his teammate now, as you can see. But unfortunately... oh, there we go. Sling got DRS still on Smoke now. But yeah, as I was saying, though, it doesn't look like, unfortunately... oh, never mind, though, never mind. Sparky is gaining a lot of time on Vodka Victory now. Sparky, when he first got past his teammate, was 8 seconds or something like that. He was like 7 or 8 seconds behind Vodka, now he's only 5.7. Okay, maybe Sparky could potentially steal the win away here from Vodka Victory. Let me look at the pace difference here. Not much of a difference here between Sparky and Vodka in terms of their pace tonight, though. But the big advantage that Sparky has right now is that Sparky is on the fresher tires for the end of the race. Vodka's mediums are going to be way more worn out than Sparky's. So there's still a chance here that Sparky could take the win away from Vodka Victory here tonight. He's currently 2.5 seconds behind the threshold that he needs to be in. He needs to be within 3 seconds of Vodka if he wants to win the race over him. So we'll keep an eye on that gap and see how that progresses. Looks like Abrupt is going to finish just outside the podium positions. Unfortunately for him, he's had a great drive tonight, but unfortunately, the strategy just didn't work out for him. I don't think. Yeah, there goes Beaver into the pits now. But yeah, I just don't think the strategy really worked out for Abrupt tonight. I think he stayed out on the medium tires for way too long. I honestly do. I think he stayed on the medium tires way too long. Cost him a lot of time, but as we can see, Sparky is closing the gap more and more. Only 4.5 seconds behind Vodka Victory now. Beaver's coming out on softs to finish the race. He is still going to be comfortably ahead of Slavage, though, especially since Slavage is on old softs. So it looks like he'll still hold 9th position from Slavage. Slingshot and Smoke, the only two cars that are close on track right now. Slingshot is on the mediums. So we could see him go for something on Smoke in these final laps here. Try to gain that extra position over him. Slingshot is using ERS and DRS. Catch up to Smoke. Not working out for him. Smoke is almost out of ERS though. So Slingshot's still in a great position to try to move up one on Smoke. And of course, keep a lead over his teammate as well in the drivers, because Druply is actually not too far behind Slingshot and Smoke here. Druply, 2 laps remaining, is currently only less than 3 seconds now behind the two of them. So we might see Druply also fighting with the two of them here at the end of the race as well. But lastly, Sparky now got the gap down to 3.6 seconds behind Vodka. So that tire wear, look at that. Wow. The tire wear is going to make the difference here. And that time penalty. Vodka Victory has had a terrible run with track limits this season. Track limits have cost Vodka Victory a lot this season. And it looks like they might cost him a win here tonight in Hungary. Only 2 laps remaining. Sparky has nearly closed the gap to Vodka. Let's check out the ERS. Sparky has 19%. Vodka has 10%. So if he's lapping faster than Vodka, he can do it. Slingshot now, unfortunately, has lost a bit of time to Smoke. And Druply is quickly gaining on his teammate, even though Sling has way more ERS than Druply. That's the best thing he has going for him, though Druply is on the fresher tires. So that's the problem there. But we'll see. So the 2 Alfa Romeos are actually going to finish pretty close after all, after Druply had that terrible start to the race. And there we go. Sparky is now within the 3-second range of Vodka Victory. No safety cars this race tonight. Final 2 laps of the race, so that means no safety cars. There were no safety cars at all tonight here at Hungary. Everyone is kept together. And there we go. Vodka Victory crosses the line to start the final lap of the race. But Sparky has now closed the gap to him. He's 2.4 seconds away from Vodka. So if Sparky can just keep this up, he will win the race tonight over Vodka because of that track limits. Druply also very close to his teammate here, coming around here to start their final lap. Will Druply steal the position away from his teammate, from Slingshot, just as he did all so many months ago? He's going to have DRS on Sling. Is Sling using ERS? Yes, he is. They're both fighting for this position here, but Druply's going to back off. Because he is going to have DRS on Slingshot once again, though he's using all he got, but so is Sling. They're both trying to hold this position. But Druply is forced to back off. You don't want to ruin your teammate's race. That would be a terrible look now, wouldn't it? But there we go. Sparky and Vodka come through the final sector here now. Sparky keeps it together. When they cross the line, he'll be the race winner. Let's wait and find out. Yellow flag in Sector 3, though. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. What's going on? What's going on? Why is there a yellow flag in Sector 3? I think did Vodka Victory go into low fuel mode? I think he did. I think Vodka Victory's gone into low fuel mode, but there we go. Doesn't matter. Sparky in the McLaren is your race winner tonight. Sparky's second win here in NACS. Sparky wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, finishing ahead of Vodka Victory due to the track limits. And his teammate Jelly also finishes on the podium 2 races in a row. Both McLarens have finished on the podium. Amazing work from both Sparky and Jelly finishing up there with Vodka Victory, who's still going to be in the lead of our Drivers' Championship after this. Amazing drive from Abrupt Pew Pew as well, finishing 4th, his best finish so far in NACS. Great ace, crossed the line in 5th, so that's a 2nd and 5th place finish for the Aston Martin team. Beaver picks up a late penalty there. Smoke finishes 6th after his mistake that he made earlier, and Slingshot finishes ahead of his teammate Druply, 7th and 8th. And Beaver finishing 9th, and Slavage finishes the race out. So Slavage manages to get his first point here in NACS. And that is the race, folks. Good stuff for our podium. Once again, the exact same guys on the podium as last week at Miami, but different order. Sparky wins the race this time. Jelly had the fastest pace, but unfortunately those softs just didn't work for him there at the end. But Sparky, though, was able to do what Jelly could not, was able to close the gap to Vodka Victory and get his second win in NACS. He's won Monaco, and now he's won Hungary. Amazing work for the McLaren team once again. Amazing finish for the two of them. Finishing on the top row this time. Vodka Victory is going to have to hold that L with a track limits penalty. Cost him the win there. But regardless, he's still going to get 18 points towards his lead over Pete and Smoke in the drivers. So he's still going to feel pretty good about that, I would imagine. But before we close things off tonight, folks, we're going to get the two McLarens and Vodka here in the party for a quick post-race interview. Hello, hi, I can hear you. Make sure your audio is included there. I also invited Sparky and Vodka. I don't know why they're taking so long to join. There's Sparky. Okay, and where is he? Okay, I did send Vodka an invite, so that's on him if he's going to join or not. But yeah, good stuff, guys. Start with you, Jelly. Shame that your softs weren't able to really work for you there at the end, because I mean you had the fastest pace on track, you got fastest lap. That just died off a little too quick, it looked like. How'd that race feel to you, man? Because to me that looked like possibly even better than your Miami race last week.
Yeah, I do think so. There's a little bit of pressure there with the strategy. I think I went with the wrong strategy. I didn't even think about going with the mediums. I think if I would have, it would have been a lot closer. But it does feel good, you know, back-to-back podiums, McLaren boys. Let's go. So that's nice. Hopefully we can continue, you know, the positive streak. It'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's both of you guys on the podium twice in a row now. That's crazy to see. I mean, when we started off, Jelly, I mean, I saw you going around Suzuka, and I was like, oh, okay, this this guy's still getting his bearings, you know, he's still getting there, but then, you know, started to see you put in the 1 lap pace in the qualifyings, and I was like, okay, still got to get the race consistency, but he got the pace, and now it's like it's finally all coming together for you now, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it feels good getting the nerves. The nerves are gone now, so.
Yeah, and good call though, being able to, you know, decide, hey, I got to let my teammate go, because he's like our only hope to win.
To get up there
on those mediums. But then, of course, Sparky, man, congrats on your 2nd win in NACS, this in Monaco. Honestly, I did not expect you were going to win this race tonight, man. I mean, we had Smoke and Abrupt starting at the front. They were keeping up with Vodka the whole time. But
I knew I was going to win the second we loaded into that practice session. I knew I was going to win. I didn't care where I qualified. I knew I was going to win this race. Because, like, I did so much practice on my own, like, doing, like, the 60-minute practice sessions, just doing laps over and over with the hards until I felt that they were no good. Did the same thing with the mediums, did the same thing with the softs. Like, I definitely over-prepared, but it worked out because I got, like, a really good strategy, which was, like, hey, if I qualify in the midfield, go soft, soft, medium.
Can one of you invite Vodka? For some reason, he's not getting my invites. I don't know why. I don't know if he's not... I put the party on open. I don't know why he's not getting my invites.
Oh, I don't have him added on Xbox, dude.
Let me message him right quick. Party's open.
He's in my recently played invite to party.
Oh, bet.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
But
Stupid Xbox, sometimes notifications don't come through.
I got every
notification. I've had them come through recently. Well, I did send you like two or three invites. This didn't go through, I guess. But no, Sparky, sorry to cut you off. What were you saying before?
No, but yeah, I definitely over-prepared. So like I figured people were gonna try to go for a 1-stop, but the deg was super high. And so I asked a very innocent question when we were in practice. I was like, is the tire deg high for you guys or not? And some people were like, oh, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. And I was like, Jesus, either I'm terrible or they're lying, dude. So I was like, you know what? They're lying. So that's why I went for the 2-stop. And that's why I asked that question, just to see. And it worked.
Yeah, the 2-stop actually was not a bad idea here at all. Yeah, I expected a lot of people would do it, and they did. So... yeah, no, but good stuff, man, for your 2nd win. And now obviously Vodka, you know, it sucks because of track limits once again, the most rotten thing in the whole game. But you're gonna pull further ahead in the drivers' championship over the 2 Red Bulls, and that's a second. That's I think Sean got 5th there at the end, so that's both Aston Martins in the top 5 as well. So they'll be further ahead in the constructors at the same time. How did the hards feel, by the way?
Great.
Great. Is this a Lance Stroll interview?
It was a good race. Just dumb shit in the game, also.
Yeah. But no, you're 18 points richer. Going into the second half, and this is the halfway point of the season, so I guess I should ask you, how have you felt about your performance in the first half of the season as a whole?
Could have been better, but been pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna be like 100 points ahead now, at least from 2nd place, so I have a comfortable gap. So I'll be good. The rest of the season will be fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Where did it say that it was that you were fucking track limits? Where was that?
That high speed little chicane?
No, the left-hander. Kind of stupid shit.
Oh, the kink?
Right. The kink left.
Oh, man.
The blind one.
Yeah.
Kink. That's where Abrupt got hit as well. I saw Abrupt go over it 3 times. Every time Abrupt went over, I saw it on stream, yeah. No, it's rough, bro. But no, good stuff. Same podium as last week. Starting to turn into like the Max Verstappen podcast here now. For you guys every week.
It's still a different order though, so.
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah,
more interesting.
Yeah, it is a different order, but nah, regardless. Good stuff, guys. Next time, we'll be back same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week for, I believe it's Singapore. Singapore is our next race, the new layout and everything, so that's going to be a tough one, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, things can get a little hairy at Singapore with the weather and everything, from what we've seen. So we'll see if it stays, if the game is feeling generous or not. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Like I said, if anyone's still in chat, join us next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday for Race 14 at Singapore. I'm your host, I Don't Muse, and I'll see you then.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Good night, everybody.